Oh, is it already this late? Looking at the time, it was just barely past 2 a.m. Well, that figures. We celebrated the New Year together and then I watched TV in my room for a bit. By staying up really late and watching TV, it really felt like the start of a new year. Maybe it was because of today, but I suddenly got really tired. I haven't taken a bath yet, though. Maybe I should go do that now. Today was pretty balsam, though, so maybe I should just sleep. What should I do? Take a bath. Yeah, I had better take a bath before I go to sleep. Let's make the first bath of the new year an enjoyable one. We don't even have a bath in this house. We just have a shower nowadays. Which is fine with me, because I prefer showers. This is paradise. Wow, sound like an old man when I said that. Well, if you were going to indicate that, then I would have actually voiced it like that. Let me try that again. This is heaven. Weird, they both mean the same thing, but this felt less uncomfortable. It's all good. Flap trish trip. What's that sound? A rustling cloth or something? For some reason, the skin-colored shape of a person on the other side of the scratched glass kept getting closer. What? Huh? It all happened too fast and I was way too dumbfounded to even come up with a reply. Wait a second, my heart isn't ready for it. But Otome just opened the door without a sign of hesitation. Otome, why are you in here? My God, I really do see where he gets it from. They're both dense. They're a perfect match. Say no, but I didn't even say yes either. No, I think there's a big difference between like siblings and older brother and younger older sister, younger brother. At this age, I don't think even real siblings would bathe together. I tried to make myself as small as possible in the bathtub. Besides, there'd barely be any room, would it? I can't look. I can't look over there, but the shampoo bottle and the soap are over there. Nephew seems to still be throwing a tantrum. Feel free. Why am I suddenly being so polite? As she started washing herself, I wonder which part. No, stop it. Don't try to imagine it. I could hear the sound of hot water running down Otome's body. Otome sounded happy as she said that, like she hadn't noticed how incredibly nervous I was and how incredibly small this bathtub is. I heard Otome come closer and I noticed her get in when the water slightly overflowed. What? What is she thinking saying stuff like that? She laughed in joy as she said that. What do you think? Also, people don't usually bathe together at this age. It's because you just came in here without asking. Yeah, but like I said, I didn't say yes either. He's a bit kind of, dumbstruck. Who wouldn't be? She smiled as innocently as always, but something was off. It looked to me like she's forcing that smile out. What's wrong, Otome? Well, you haven't really done this until now, bathed together with me, I mean. I always felt that Otome was clingy, but we always protected each other like siblings. That was like a kind of rule between me and Otome. That's why I still entrusted my safety to her, even if I felt she was being too extreme. Sometimes I got angry with her. It's not okay. Also, New Year's has nothing to do with this. This was really going beyond the boundaries of being siblings.
弟くんって結構意地悪だよね。もっとお姉ちゃんに優しくするべきだと思うな。
Seriously? So, what's the real reason? I was sure she had a proper reason for this. Are you worried about something? I was trying to make her connect with me like she'd usually do.
ないよ。私はいつも通り。不安なことなんて何もないよ。ただ、年の初めに弟くんと一緒にお風呂に入りたかっただけ。
Unconvinced. As she said that, she let up a beautiful smile. It was so easy to figure out when she was lying. I already knew about this part of Otome's personality. Painful things, worries, she'd always just keep them inside, pushing herself to extremes. You know what I always find weird about these kind of situations? You have like a comedic fan servicey scene going on, and then it suddenly switches to a serious mood. It's like, my god, it's just, why? Even though she's a bit cowardly and lonely, she'd always try to seem determined. By doing this, she was sending out an easy-to-catch SOS, but she'd never admit to it. Oh well, gotta bear with it. It's just how Otome is. Jeez. Okay, since you're so determined, but it's only for today, okay? I played dumb and let out a big sigh. This time she laughed naturally. This way I could at least be of some help to Otome by staying by her side. That would have to do for now. You can't be by her side. Why not? You're in a bath. Can you imagine that? Well, I suppose it's possible, but it'd be even more uncomfortable, wouldn't it? A drum of water fell from the ceiling and sent ripples going across the bathtub water. There was a moment of silence, and then...
ねえ、弟くん。背中流してあげようか。
Otome suddenly said that. No, I'm fine. I can wash my own back.
弟くんは背中に目がついてるの？見えないところ、自分で綺麗にできるわけないでしょ？
Yeah, but isn't it awkward to turn around in the bath? Well, we don't know how big the bath is, really. Seriously, I can take care of it. I'm pretty sure just about anyone can.
さ、上がって、ほら。
What? Otome pushed me to my feet and made me get out of the tub. Jeez, Otome sure is being pushy today, literally. I gave up trying to fight back and sat down on the bath chair. Otome grabbed the sponge and... The bath chair? There's a chair in the bath? Or is it just... I don't know. It doesn't have like a full view of the bath, so I don't know. We have a shower, like I mentioned. That also has a chair in it. I just like sit on it and like have my hands under my chin in a kind of philosophical way as I just ponder things, just like, the creativity of my mind usually kind of works better when, you know, the sound of the water coming down from the shower kind of gives a somewhat meditative kind of, well, it doesn't really, it's more of it like, it soothes my mind and kind of like creativity. So I come up with ideas better while just sitting there on the chair in the shower. It's kind of weird. I can imagine that, just like, I'll write a story in the shower. Just like, you can't do that, because the water's coming down. If you try to use a laptop, that wouldn't work. Well, if you try to write it on paper, that wouldn't work either. It's just like, but that's where my ideas usually come in the best, but you can't do writing like that, can you? It'd be pretty awkward. You'd just be like, okay, this idea, then you move slightly out of the shower, write that down, back in. Oh, got another idea, back out, and back. And then grab the sponge and the body wash and carefully scrub my back until it was all sparkly clean.
どこかかゆいところはないですか？
A bit more to the right.
ここかな？
Yeah, that's the spot. Rub a bit harder. This isn't so bad. Also, yeah, you're acting like a pair of newlyweds. Having just gotten home from work, I am greeted by my wife's beautiful smile, and then we get in the bath together.
ねえ、あなた、かゆいところない？
I'm fine.
たくましい背中、ギュッてしてキスしたくなっちゃう。
Let me wash you, Otome. Here, turn this way.
でも、見ら
Well, didn't she see when he got out of the bath? Does it not matter? Oh, whatever. It's fine, we're married, right? Then hold still now.
ダメ。あなた。
Ah, Otome, that's the bathtub cleaning brush. That hurts.
弟くん。エッチなこと考えてた。
Well, let's look at this for you. How obvious was it in this case? Since, you know, well, when it comes to that in anime, they tend to like have the nosebleed represented, but in this case, it could go either way, could it? No, I wasn't. Even if you say that, there's no way you couldn't be thinking such things under these circumstances. Well, it's only natural to think about stuff like that when bathing together with a girl. I'm a guy, after all.
じゃあ、ちょっとだけなら。
Huh?
だから、ちょっとだけなら考えてもいいよ。エッチなこと。
What the? That Otome would forgive even a small amount of perverted thoughts? In that case, I won't hold back.
いや、そんな。ダメだよ。私、そんなことされたら、もう、壊れちゃう。
Break in what way exactly? Ah! I felt a blow to the back of my head. Could be worse, man. I mean, if she'd like hit you in a certain area, it would have been much worse. And then pain. That doesn't sound like the kind of like a slap like that. That sounds more like a I'll beat the shit out of you kind of one, doesn't it? Stop! You'll break my head.
今のはダメ。絶対に限界を超えてた。
She sounded really embarrassed while hitting me on the head with the brush. Wait, how did she know that I was what I was imagining anyway? You are terrifying, Asukara Otome. Oh, come on. If you're thinking those kind of things, there's a certain something that would indicate how obvious it would be in this type of situation.
まったく、弟くんたら。さっきあんなにお説教したのに、全く反省してないんだから。
Otome mumbled that, sounding a bit shocked. I am ashamed, really. After a little while, Otome let her grip around the brushweed.
弟くんの背中、ずいぶん大きくなったね。この背中なら、どんな重いものでも背負えちゃいそうだね。
Suddenly, I felt something soft push against my back. It wasn't the sponge of her hand, she was hugging me from behind. Otome?
ごめんね。ちょっとだけ、このままでいさせて。
I heard Otne's voice coming from really close to my body. For some reason, I think it's the hairstyle. Kind of reminds me of Akiko-san from Canon. I could feel Otne's heartbeat quite... Wait, what? Heartbeat quite clearly.
弟くんの心臓、すごいことになってるよ。
I can imagine that hair beat. How does your hair beat? Well, you're the same way.
そうだね。すごいドキドキしてる。
I could feel Otome breathing on my neck. What on earth should I do now? No matter what, I have to respond to this. I need to cast aside my feelings and stand up. But if I caught a glimpse of Otome, it might even get worse.
よし、これで充電完了。
As she brightly said that, she slapped my back pretty hard.
ありがとう、弟くん。
No problem. What, no, ow? That hurt? Why did you slap me on the back like that? It had its benefits. Crap, my body really needs to calm down. I was trying my very best to suppress it until now, too.
あと、さっきの感触は全部忘れること。わかった？絶対思い出しちゃダメだよ。
She sounded a bit shy when she said that, and it only served to make me think about it even more. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. If you tell someone, don't think about this, just be like, so you're going to actively try to suppress it, but because you're actively trying to suppress it, you're still thinking about it because you're trying to suppress it, and it's just like it kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? A dream, I was watching a white dream. White walls, white ceiling, a gentle smile. Seeing that person somehow made me feel both nostalgic and sad. I'm guessing this is probably, I forget what her name was now. Was it Yuki or something like that? Otome and Yume's mother. I think she was also in the first Capo, but like I said, I haven't gone through that, so this is kind of like vague bit of knowledge here and there, I suppose.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, it was Yuki. A voice full of kindness broke the silence. When I first met her, she smiled gently at me while lying in her bed. I was so nervous and embarrassed that I couldn't stop shaking. I don't even remember how I Wait, what?
私男の子も欲しかったのよね。おいで。
But I ended up having 2 daughters. I do remember that the instant she hugged me, I felt really at peace. She told me that she was Yuki, Otome and Yume's mother.
ようこそ、朝倉家。って言っても、私はずっとここにいるんだけどね。
I felt that she was a playful person. I had a feeling that her personality was my salvation.
これからあなたは私の息子みたいなものよ。私を母親だと思って思う存分甘えなさい。
And just as she said, she took me in as her son. Otome and Yume were the same. I had no memories of my own mother. But yeah, I was pretty sure that this was what it was like to have a mom. And when you feel that way about someone, I think that's just like being their kid. I had been staying with the Asakura family for about 3 months when it happened. The times when I could visit her became fuller and fuller apart. It was because her medical condition was getting worse. When I met her again, her face was almost white and she had lost a lot of weight. But she remained strong until the very end. Up until that time, I had never seen her do anything but smile.
短い間だったけど、あなたは私の息子だったのよ。
It was a clear day and the sunshine was starting to signal the arrival of spring.
こんなこと言うと、本当のお母さんに怒られちゃうかもしれないけど、あなたは私の可愛い息子。
You know, I wonder if we'll ever, throughout this, if he'll ever actually reveal who his real parents actually are, because, you know, for someone who's, like, been adopted more or less like this, and there's been, like, no real mention of it, really. I mean, he doesn't seem to think about it at all through all the inner kind of thoughts that we've seen of his. So it's just like, is it ever going to, you know, acknowledge that more, or is it kind of just going to acknowledge more the backstory from, like, the Asakura's family and all that, and with Sakura and all that? Or maybe it all joins together. She gently stroked my face.
そのことは忘れないでね。
I started tearing up, because I knew this might be the last time. My tears just wouldn't stop flowing up to the point where I wondered if something was wrong with me.
はいはい、泣かないの、男の子でしょ。
She said that as she gently hugged me. I wondered how much I cried while in her arms. You know, if he was still a kid there, it's just like, that seems kind of contradictory, isn't it? Make no sense. It's like, don't cry, you're a man now. It's like, you're still a kid. And besides that, I mean, who decided that men aren't allowed to cry at all? That's one thing that bothers me about this whole kind of thing where it's just like, oh, women, they control the emotions, guys, you gotta pent it up, and it's no wonder why you're all so pissed off. Seriously. Why? I felt pathetic and embarrassed. But more than that, I felt sad. Even when my tears started running down her chest, I couldn't stop crying.
ありがとうね。
Her voice was shaky and quiet.
私のために泣いてくれて。
She hugged me tightly one last time and then she released me from the warmth of her arms. Still smiling, she said,
乙女ちゃんとゆめちゃんのことお願いね。あの子たちすぐ強がるけど本当はすごく弱いから二人のこと守ってあげて。
I forced myself to smile at her as I nodded in agreement.
じゃあ約束。
That was the promise I made with her. I felt that I would definitely protect them. This was goodbye after all.
それと最後に一つだけ。あなたの本当のお母さんも私と同じくらい、私以上にあなたを愛しているわ。だからあなたもお母さんを愛してあげて。
Then everything turned white. Looks like I'm waking up from my dream. I slowly returned to consciousness. It seems like morning has come. So who is his mother then, and why no mention of his father? It's always the case. Focus on both, man. I think I dreamt of something very dear to me, quite plot-related. My chest hurts. I rubbed my eyes and felt that they were slightly wet. I'd be crying. What was I doing anyway, right at the start of a new year? I really didn't want Otome or Yume to see me like this. Maybe I'll just go wash my face. I got out of bed, stretched my body, and headed to the bathroom. Hey Otome, you awake yet? We shall find out next time. Pretty lame cliffhanger, but yeah. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.